Welcome back, friends, to, I believe this will be our final edition for 2018 of Scrapbooking in Belize. I'm done, and today we'll be looking at the Ohuhu dual tip marker pens. This is the 60 pack of Ohuhu marker pens, and we'll be looking at it. Okay, so I keep my marker pens in this carrying case, and this is just simpler for me because these marker pens, unlike other marker pens, these doesn't come with any color numbers, color names, or indicators to tell you exactly which specific colors they are. And so this, having it lined up like this, is just very easy for me, so I could have some form of indication of when I use a particular color to go back to that particular color, and I have it all ranged up here. So this is all 60 of them minus these 7 pens here, and it ranged from black all the way to brown. So now let's see how these marker pen all shape up. These are all 60 colors right here, all of them, and I love the color selection. But one thing, maybe it's because I'm new to these type of pen, I'm not sure how to work it yet, and so for me it seemed a little strange working it. The packaging of the pens themselves, it's very plasticky. I'm not sure if other reviewers had made the same, but it's very light for me and it's very plastic. Now, as the marker pens does indicate, they do come with a brush tip and a fine liner side, and this is how the brush tip looks. Sure you can see it there, and then it has a fine liner side. And I found myself in doing tests with these, I use the fine liner more in my form of artwork rather than the brush tip. But still, this is how they all write out. I'm hoping you can see the little scribble. I'll give you a close-up right now. The Ohuhu brush tip is very nice. It's very soft and flexible, maybe a little too soft for me, who's a little heavy-handed at the moment. And I do like the fine liner nib. The fine liner is actually a 0.4, I believe, fine liner tip, which is ideal for artwork and line work. This is my water solubility test, and as you can see, it is not as water soluble as I would like. This is on the 90-pound weight watercolor paper, so it should be able to take water solubility tests, and they're not as water soluble as I would prefer when compared to other water soluble markers like my pointers that I have here. As you can see, I'm able to pull a lot of colors out of it versus the Ohuhu brush pens, which are actually supposed to be a water-based brush pen. So how did these Ohuhu perform? Now I compare it to all the water-based markers that I have, including the Pelikan, Stadler, Basic, Pointer, Milan, Sargent, and the Ohuhu. So I compared to all how it performed on this Bristol board. This is my Bristol board sketchbook that I put together, and the one thing that I enjoy about the Ohuhu color markers is that if you notice here, it gives me a very even coverage. It's not as streaky as performed the Basic or the Pointer, which is very, very streaky. I'm not sure if you can see the streakiness in these. And what I also enjoy, the brush tip marker is actually very good when it comes for this kind of gradient and this kind of blending, because not only did the brush tip marker of the Ohuhu did that, also the Milan and the Sargent marker gives very little marker streaks. I was also surprised by my Pelikans, and I've had these Pelikans for years. I think I've had these Pelikans since I was in junior college, and they are still very juicy and they're still very good. So I was amazed by it, and it's only a 6 marker set. So after working with these markers for some time, the one thing I could say with these water-based markers is I can enjoy it. Maybe working it with some more, I will be able to get the feel of it, the practice of it. I do enjoy using the fine liner in my craft work and my artwork, and I'm adjusting to using the brush tip, seeing what sort of papers it can tolerate. And like any other water-based markers, these markers do eat papers if you do multiple layering. So you really do need to be very, very careful if you're going to add more than one or more than two layers to a particular paper, because the water-based markers will eat paper, and that's characteristic of all water-based markers that I have. I'm not sure if it's a characteristic of all water-based markers there is, but the ones that I have, that's one of their major characteristics, that multiple layering, they will eat paper. And that's about it. There's really not much I could say. I do like the color variety. It gives me a wide range of colors, all 60 colors. I do like it does contain some kind of peachy, fleshy tone in it. So if I prefer to do some kind of skin coloring, I could use one of these gradients here. Thank you so much, and join me next time for another edition of Scrapbooking in Belize. Bye.